Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Well, guys, I think that one right there was my last sip. Judy and I have actually had to get out quite early this morning so that she could attend a lot of medical appointments. And so I'm not at home, obviously. But, guys, I'll tell you what, I have been reading a few articles while she's been in, and I've been out here waiting. One of them is big time coming out of Moody's and how they're downgrading the whole U.S. banking system and citing a rapid deterioration of the operating environment. And I'm telling you what, does that ever say volumes? What they're saying is you're seeing a lot of these smaller banks and credit unions having lineups of people going in there, closing their accounts, withdrawing their funds, and then going over to these bigger banks like JP Morgan Chase and opening accounts and making deposits. And of course, Chase has been out there actually encouraging this to go on. Now, the thing about that is this. Look, when you get rid of all these smaller banks in these, local towns and, these credit unions and stuff like that, you're really limiting now the options, aren't you, of where people can actually have their cash and do business with a bank. And by and by, I think this is exactly what these big banks want. They want to parlay this into actually narrowing the field so that there's only really so many options and they're the only ones left standing at the end of the day. Now, the thing that I think about when it comes to that is, look, you are really setting up your economy in such a way that if you absolutely take away choice, look, the free market's not so free anymore, right? And that's how monopolies are created. That's how too big to fail is created. And there's a danger in that for us as citizens in the country here. Now, on top of that, I was reading an article where you have Elizabeth Warren coming out there and saying, hey, Jerome Powell should be recused from absolutely any questioning or investigation or whatever with respect to how this all has gone down. And I think that's absolutely insane. Here you got the guy at the helm of the Federal Reserve who would absolutely have the answers, and yet he's going to get recused so that he doesn't have to answer any questions. And it just seems to me, guys, that we're really watching a rerun of the whole 2008-2009 deal. And now they won't call it what it is, because, it's not a bailout, it's loans. But I have never seen such sweetheart loans ever before. And think of this too, guys. Look, they got to come out with the money from somewhere, because the FDIC does not have the financial backing to actually go out and pay out all these claims on the depositors. And when you got Biden coming out there saying, hey, no depositor's going to have to worry, where do you think that dough's coming from? Obviously, it's going to come out of the Federal Reserve. And so really what you're looking at is they're turning on the quantitative easing tabs all over again. And obviously, you're watching assets like Bitcoin and all these other digital assets spike to the double digits as a result. That should tell you lots right there. Guys, really, the way in which this government treats us, you would think we were in kindergarten or elementary school, because they talk to us like we're children and we need to be babysat and on and on and on, instead of coming out and dealing with the truth and the hard facts and letting the American people see exactly what's transpired and gone on here. Because I'll tell you what, there is no way that the FDIC did not know about this whole fiasco. They didn't just show up on Friday and, run into a burning building that happened to be on fire. No, the smoke was in the air, guys, many months before. They knew what was going down, and they've just used this system in such a way to their advantage. And I don't believe for 1 second that this is really going to work out for the average citizenry. It's going to work out for all the Wall Street guys, and it's going to consolidate power. That's what it feels like. And look, we know that they're introducing these CBDCs, and we can't be just like absolutely blind and in the dark, but that's what they're doing, guys, because most people are spoon-fed their information from the Fifth Estate, and they want to believe it. Why? Because the truth would be too terrifying. In my view, that's why. Because right now, we're looking at a massive implosion. And in fact, I did read an article earlier on where you're seeing people literally question, hey, what's going on here? How is this going down? You're literally watching the fall of capitalism. And I'm not talking about, a fascist style of capitalism or all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about a free market. Because right now, when you have the government interfere the way in which they have into this marketplace, it is anything but free. You're watching one-on-one manipulation, just as clear as the nose in your face. And I'm telling you what, the consequences are more than likely going to be extremely severe for the majority of people in the country. And it's going to watch and see how inflation is going to result in this, how the US dollar is going to stand up. The DXY is probably going to absolutely waterfall here in probably days. It's going to fall down. And then, of course, yeah, you're going to see commodities, you're going to see equities, you're going to see crypto take a big pump up. Why? Because the DXY is going to be hammered. And in fact, that is exactly what I think that they're wanting to do. And the whole thing just stinks to high heaven as far as I'm concerned. But guys, hey, life goes on. We live one moment at a time, not too far in the future and not too far in the past. We want to live right here in the present and enjoy what we've got. So hey, anyhow, guys, I'm going to have a video out for you later on today. And until then, I sure hope you're having a good one, and take care.